Beloved son, listen carefully, because what I tell you now is not just a message, it is a summons from heaven to your spirit. It is not a positive thought nor human motivation, it is an eternal decree released over you at the appointed time, and that time is now. As night falls and covers the earth, I call you to awaken. Some nights are meant for rest, but others are chosen for rebirth. This is not just any night, it was written in the eternal record, sealed with my seal before morning and night existed, before the foundations of the earth were established. This is the night of change. What seemed bound in endless cycles is beginning to break. That which imprisoned you in chains of weariness, waiting, and unseen pain is being removed by the invisible touch of my spirit. Son, your soul has groaned in silence. You have carried burdens no one understands. Your smile has been a mask, and discouragement has often knocked on your door. You feel exhausted, like someone fighting against a raging sea without ever reaching the shore. But listen closely. Tonight marks the end of that exhaustion. I'm not just visiting. I am invading your being with my presence. I touch your bones, your cells, your joints. I enter where science cannot go. I restore where medicine cannot reach. You were not created to survive in chronic fatigue or fight endless battles against weariness. You were created to carry my glory. And that is why I come now, with healing, with fire, with power. I am not an occasional guest. I am the owner of the temple, and your body is my sanctuary. I cleanse it, renew it, and rebuild it. What I am doing in you tonight will resonate through your days ahead. You will walk with a vigor that does not come from food or rest. You will live with a strength that comes from above, and that strength will not fade. May has arrived. The world may see just a new month on the calendar, but I reveal to you the spiritual reality. May is a door, an invisible portal is opening over you. It is not accessible to the masses, only to those who have the sensitivity to perceive the times and discern the signs. May has been set apart as a time of transition. Those who cross this portal will see the acceleration of my plans. Cycles will be closed suddenly. Ancient dreams will be resurrected with new strength. Words that seemed forgotten, those promises you held with tears, thinking time had passed them by, I am taking them out of the drawer of forgetfulness and placing them once again at the center stage of your life. They did not die, they were only asleep, waiting to awaken at the exact time, and that time is now. There is something deep moving in the womb of your story. You cannot see it, but heaven is leaning toward you. The angels who seemed silent are now moving again. The prayers you whispered in quiet dawns, those simple phrases spoken through sobs, heard by no one else, I heard every one of them. And more than just hearing them, I gathered them as seeds. They were stored in my vessel, waiting for the exact moment to sprout. And it is in May that the soil opens. It is this month when the earth of your heart will begin to break. Yes, there will be pain, for the soil must be torn for the seed to grow. But there will also be life, life where there was stagnation, movement where there was paralysis, vigor where there was weakness. Son, you thought everything was lost. There were moments you believed your story had reached a dead end. You saw yourself surrounded by difficult people, a chain of trials and illnesses that drained your hope. But I tell you now, no path is a dead end when I'm with you. Have you forgotten who I am? I am the one who opened the sea so a weary people could escape their oppressors. I am the one who made water flow from the rock. I am the one who made the paralyzed walk, the blind see, the dead rise. I am the one who turns plagues into testimonies, curses into victories, struggles into platforms of glory. Nothing is finished while I am involved, and I am involved with you. I myself have descended at this moment to tell you it will begin again, but not in the same way. It will begin with strength that comes from above. This night is not emotionalism, it is a covenant. I am making an alliance with your body. Yes, with your body, that same body that feels pain, bears scars, and can no longer endure. I consecrate it now. You will feel real changes. You'll rise with supernatural energy. Your mind will be clear. The confusing thoughts, the mental attacks, the accusations like arrows, I silence them. I'm placing a new helmet on your mind, the helmet of salvation, of clarity, of protection against the lying voices that made you doubt who you are. You are not a failure, you are not a number, you are not a mistake, you are chosen, set apart, marked by eternity. A new sound is rising within you, a sound of rebirth. Your dry bones will begin to tremble with my breath. As in Ezekiel, I am breathing over your personal valley, and everything that seemed dead will begin to align. Nerves will join bones. Tendons will appear, and you will rise as an army, not to survive but to conquer. I am restoring your authority, the authority that fear stole, the confidence that criticism destroyed, the fervor that battles cooled. Everything is being returned now. I am repositioning you, and not just you. What I do in you will spread, your house will be touched, your family will begin to feel the reflection of what is being started tonight. The atmosphere will change. Words will change. The spiritual climate will be renewed. You will be like a fire that ignites others, like a well overflowing with living water for the thirsty around you. I will make you a pillar in the midst of chaos, an anchor in the midst of the storm. Even in difficult times, you will carry peace. Even among difficult people, you will be a gentle voice with authority. And when the battles return, for they will return, because in this world you will have afflictions, remember this. This night was not the product of your imagination nor fleeting emotions. This night was a real visitation, a milestone between yesterday's pain and tomorrow's glory, a crack in time where the eternal touched your present. Do not let the weariness of daily life steal what was sown now. Guard this night as one guards a rare treasure, as one protects a living seed. When the winds of unbelief blow again, when plagues attempt to surround your home, when exhaustion seems to return to your door, lift your eyes and remember, May was the beginning of my shift. May became a memorial, like the ancient patriarchs who raised stones to remember where God spoke. You will raise this month as a testimony. That was where everything changed. It wasn't your strength, it wasn't your strategies, it was because I decided to act. Because my heart moved for you. Because I saw your nights of weeping and heard your hidden cry. Because even in silence your spirit still whispered, "Help me." I heard, I responded, and when I rise to act, no opposing decree can remain. Neither ancient demons, nor family curses, nor past pacts, nor human sentences, nor medical diagnoses, nor critical voices. Nothing, absolutely nothing resists my will. I am the one who breaks the bow, shatters the spear, destroys the shackles, silences the accuser. I am the one who enters where no one else enters. And I have entered your story to stay. Today, my son, your new story has begun, and it will not be written with ordinary ink. It will be written with the blood of the Lamb, sealed by my Spirit and protected by angels assigned especially for you. Every step you take now carries destiny. Every breath you take now carries purpose. You no longer walk aimlessly. You no longer survive pushing through the days. You have been realigned with my plan. And it doesn't matter if the coming days still bring shadows, even if tribulations arise, they will no longer carry the same weight. Because your soul has been touched, your body renewed, and your spirit ignited. From this night on, you are a living sign that I still transform lives. You will begin to notice a stillness inside you that doesn't match the noise around you. This stillness isn't passivity. It's the awareness of a deeper presence walking with you. You won't need to explain it, and you won't need to defend it. It will explain itself through your tone, your posture, and your peace. There will be moments when you suddenly pause in the middle of your day, not out of confusion, but because something eternal is touching your ordinary. You'll feel it in small things, a sudden wave of gratitude, a tear that comes without pain, a sigh that carries release. These are signs that I am near. I will not rush you into this next chapter. I will walk with you into it. And in walking slowly, you will begin to notice what I've hidden in plain sight, opportunities that were always there but needed new eyes to see. Your mornings will begin to carry a sense of expectation, not dread, not burden, but hope. Subtle at first, like a breeze at dawn, then stronger with every step you take into the unknown. You will no longer be tormented by questions of worth or comparison. Where once you felt behind, now you will recognize divine timing. You were not delayed. You were being developed. Conversations that used to drain you will now reveal themselves as assignments or distractions, and I will show you how to tell the difference without guilt. The fear of being misunderstood is losing its power over you. You are no longer seeking to be seen. You are choosing to be sent. Sent into moments, into rooms, into roles with purpose. Even when your body feels weak or your energy is low, there will be a strength that rises from deep within, one that doesn't depend on adrenaline or applause. I am quieting the inner critic that has echoed too long inside your mind. You thought it was your own voice, but it was an intruder, and I have silenced it. You will begin to look at people differently. Where you once saw threat or distance, you will begin to see stories, some broken, some buried, but all reaching for something beyond themselves. When you speak, it will no longer come from a place of reaction, but revelation. And your words will carry healing, not just because they're true, but because they're born from the furnace of your own transformation. I'm unlocking memories, not to haunt you, but to heal you. What once triggered shame will now be the evidence of how far you've come. The longing to be loved deeply is not wrong, but now it will be filled first by me, so you no longer settle for connections that cost your peace. There will be days ahead where you feel the ache again, the ache of waiting, the sting of silence. But this time you'll know they are not signs of my absence, but invitations to deeper trust. What others call instability, I will use as flexibility. You're not lost. You're movable. And I'm shifting you with precision. Your confidence will not come from your surroundings, but from the certainty that you are carried moment by my hand. You will no longer call your past a waste. I will make meaning out of every detour, every delay, every wound. Where you once needed validation to proceed, now you'll move forward simply because I spoke it to you. I will begin to restore your memory of who you really are. You've seen glimpses in quiet moments, but now that identity will grow roots and bear fruit, you will no longer use your energy to prove yourself. You will use it to create, to bless, to build, to rest. There is a new language forming inside you, one of peace, purpose, and promise. Even your prayers will begin to sound different. You will notice people drawing near to you without knowing why. They'll be drawn to the quiet fire inside of you, the peace that lingers even after you leave. I will train you to rest in my outcomes, not in the control of every detail. This will bring you freedom you didn't know you needed. You will become a safe place for others. Not because you have all the answers, but because you have learned how to sit with pain without being overtaken by it. Even your laughter will change. It will not be shallow or forced. It will be rich, honest, and healing to those who hear it. You will begin to bless your own life with your words. No more cursing your process, no more belittling your growth. You will learn to speak to yourself the way I speak to you. I am replacing urgency with rhythm. You will learn the difference between pressure and pace. My pace is steady, gentle, and unshakable. You will sense me in places you never expected, in lines, in traffic, in brief exchanges. I will become your atmosphere, not just your destination. What once caused panic will now prompt prayer. And prayer will no longer be your last resort, but your natural reflex. I am building endurance in you, not the kind that grits its teeth, but the kind that knows how to wait with hope and walk with wonder. You will see beauty again, not just in nature, but in people, in moments, in the quiet evidence of me working behind the scenes. I am refining your appetite. The things that once thrilled you but left you empty will no longer satisfy. You are craving eternity now. Your environment may not change immediately, but your atmosphere will, and soon your atmosphere will begin to shift your environment. Even in your sleep, I'm speaking. You will wake with impressions, images, and clarity that cannot be explained naturally. You will learn how to disagree without division, how to correct without condemnation, how to stand without needing to shout. I will teach you how to give again, not out of fear or obligation, but out of abundance and freedom. You are not late, you are not lost. You are in the middle of a reintroduction, not to others but to yourself, and ultimately to the world. Scene script. I will surprise you with joy, not just once, but often, in places you once avoided, through people you once overlooked. And when you look back on this season, you won't remember the wait as much as you'll remember my presence in it. You'll say, that's when everything began to turn.